Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope everybody's doing awesome. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, we're going to look at this dragon tournament, which I've kind of been having a little bit of fun with. You can only use champions from the Gaellen Pact, which is like Ogrins, Skinwalkers, Orcs, and Lizardmen. So I've been only doing a couple runs. There's only a few people actually really competing in my shard here. We got almost like 5 days of this, so it's a long tournament. It's not the best rewards, but it's kind of a fun excuse to farm dragon if you can. We all farm dragon anyway. Get that beloved speed gear, right? Also, I wanted to say before I forget, the giveaway announcement will be in Monday's video. So this is Sunday. Monday, I'm going to have another video come out. The gem giveaways will be shown and announced in that video. But I am going to put a link in the description that'll be pinned, as well as a card here to the video shard poll I did, where all you got to do is put your player ID in there. On that video is where I'll do the random comment pick. So make sure if you haven't seen it, if you haven't done that, go ahead and go do that. Because you do have through the end of the weekend here. Monday is when I will be doing it, so that's when we will actually see the winners of the gem giveaways. 5 winners for 540 gems. All right, anyway, so we want to look at the champions I'm using. Believe it or not, I have Dracomorph, and I'm using him, but he is super squishy is the problem. So the support champions in these factions are not necessarily the best, and I don't have it set up where I can do a speed run. I haven't like re-geared everybody to go crazy with it. Just seeing what I had available. And it is a lot of legendaries, so you can be all salty at me that you want to, but this is who we're using. Obviously, Dracomorph's amazing. He's got a weaken and a decreased defense on a 3-turn cooldown. He's got a 4-hit at random that does poison, huge for the dragon. And then he does extra damage on his A1 here as well. He has an aura for faction crypts. It's completely useless right here, but my Dracomorph I use in Clan Boss. Excuse me, and I have him at 194 speed. I don't have enough crit rate on him. 313 accuracy. I have very low HP. I run a block damage comp, so all I really cared about was just getting him for his utility. I could definitely pump more damage if I got more crit rate and everything too. So I may be doing some re-gearing on my Clan Boss because of that. So I'm using him. I'm actually using... And by the way, I may do another video on this because I'm using 4 legendaries right now. And I want to try to theory craft a little bit if I can actually use more epics, that type of stuff as well. But I'm using this guy as well. He's a great crowd control champion. This guy's one of the coolest looking champions in the game. Although I have no freaking clue how he actually sees anything in this. Unless this is like the third eye where he can see another psychedelic other dimension or something like that. That's the only thing I could think of, right? You know, like, what is this thing and how does he actually see? But he does look so cool. And I actually haven't really shown Gergo enough love. I've had him for quite a long time and just kind of underutilized him. But this is a very big ability. This removes 2 random buffs from all enemies. 80% chance of freeze on all enemies for 1 turn, which you can book to 100 and grants an extra turn. And then he has extra hitters when people are under freeze. They hit okay. He doesn't pump out a ton of damage the way I have him built, which none of these builds are going to be all that impressive, actually. 50% chance of placing a freeze debuff on the attacker for 1 turn if he loses more than 20% of his HP. I have no masteries on him at all. So I don't even show him that much love. I'm not going to go through all the gear. I'm just going to go through the basics here. So 40,000 HP, almost 4K attack, 190 speed, 237. You can see good enough, but not great. And then Biggin is kind of my damage dealer for the waves. He's got a decent amount of crit damage, and I should have 100% crit rate, but it's just under it. 245 because I was trying to pump more crit damage. 4,000 attack, 244 accuracy. Biggin's main thing is he does a 1-hitter, which then can actually do AoE if he crits, and then he has AoE stun, which you can book up to a 50% chance. Also a 50% chance of decreased accuracy, which is big on a 3-turn cooldown. AoE decreased turn meter and a 30% decreased speed, which you can book down to 5 turns. I haven't even booked Biggin. Increases allied accuracy in dungeons by 90. So the other guy that I'm using, believe it or not, I am using this guy because I was talking about Dracomorph being a little bit squishy before. Dracul the Gaunt actually provides a decent amount of support. I didn't put any masteries on him either. And here's his basics, right? I don't care about his crit or anything. He's not there for damage. He's there for his shield. He's there for survivability. The shield's actually big, so he's this is where I think he's actually good for a mid-tier player, for someone that, because I remember being that player that struggled to get through mid-tier dungeons. Dracul, how the hell you say this guy's name, would be huge, actually, for a mid-tier player to carry you through. And I could see him being a huge carry in like Ice Golem, that type of stuff, where it's hard to get through the waves and hard to stay alive. He actually helps. But a lot of HP is what I went for, speed. That's pretty much it, because he doesn't do any debuffs, right? Well, he has a stun, but it's like super low chance. So I really don't care. But an increased attack and an increased defense. Also block damage for 1 turn on allies with less than 30% HP. You can book it to a 3 turn. So this helps out Dracomorph if he gets hit with a big hit, because he is a little bit squishy. I was running some other teams and Dracomorph kept dying in the second wave. And with some other comps that I was doing here. But I'm actually having sort of fun with this. This is the comp that I found the most reliable and is actually so far 100% win rate for me. And this passive, it is a bit sucky that it's a 5-turn cooldown. It's kind of wonky, but believe it or not, it actually helps. The shield is actually pretty good. And he has a good aura, all HP in all battles by 25%. And then who else am I using? Did I go everybody? Well, 1, 2, 3. That was 3 of them. No, that was 4. Excuse me. And then the other one that I'm using is good old Mr. Trusty counterattacker Skull Crusher. So I'm using him for obviously counterattack, but also the big thing is the ally protect. So the ally protect with Dracul, with the guy, the tall ogre, Dracul the Gaunt, and this ally protect helps keep Dracomorph alive. So that when you get to the dragon, I can actually put the dragon down with all the poisons Dracomorph does as well. So heal reduction to A1 doesn't matter. Ally protect, counterattack, Skull Crusher is amazing. I also use him in Clam Boss, so he has gear and he's speed tuned for my Clam Boss team, where I run the block damage comp. So that's why his gear looks like this. I didn't want to re-gear a whole bunch of people and go nuts on that, so we'll show a run. It takes about 3 minutes to go through the run. So let's just go for it. And there we go. We got the team here. And actually, I mean, this accuracy, I'll just keep it that way because I'm too lazy to actually switch it. But I don't really need the extra 90 accuracy. I have enough accuracy. So don't go crazy rebuilding your roster for something like this because it's only a temporary thing, right? But you can see how Gurgo, if you get lucky enough to get a Gurgo, don't sleep on this guy. I slept on him for a long time. And I really shouldn't have, because crowd control-wise, he's amazing, actually. So he's good in arena, and his crowd control is amazing. I really like Gurgo, actually. And I feel like some of these champions don't get enough love. I'm going to do some stuff to actually get these champions more spotlighted, too. So play around with them more. Some of the unloved stuff, some of the stuff that doesn't get a whole lot of, see the light of day so much, I'm going to do some videos on, because, why not? Why not do something a little bit different from time to time? But look, I mean, if he froze the first wave, froze the second wave, now it's not going to be a speed comp. So even though Dracomorph is there and everything, this isn't going to be a speed comp. We have Dracul and Skull Crusher obviously are there to support it. They've got defensive capabilities, which are really keeping us alive. And that's going to make it slower. We're not just coming in nuking down everything. So it does take about 3 minutes. But it's fine. It's got a consistent win rate. Now, I also realize not everybody's going to have these champions because there's 4 legendaries that are all really good legendary. Well, you could argue Dracul is not really a really good legendary. But 3 of the 4 are pretty good to absolute god tier legendary. So that's another reason why I'm probably going to come out with another video, because I want to try something that would be maybe a little more attainable for people with these ones. Because not everybody's going to have this stuff. But that's okay. Use what you get. Right? That's the whole point of this stuff, right? Why not use what you get? I always say that. But this is actually good here, so it'll work. I was using Hackhorn Smash Lord, but the problem is the comp I had, it didn't work. I actually replaced Skull Crusher, But in this case, with all the poisons and stuff, Hackhorn Smashlord, if you have him as far as legendary, there's a 10x for him this weekend. I do think he's one that doesn't get enough love either. He has a cleanse. He places block debuffs. He does a heal. He does a stun on his A1. The stun wouldn't help on the dragon. But he actually is a very good champion. So if you use a Hawkhorn Smashlord, I think he can provide you some good support. I actually like Hawkhorn a lot. I think he's really cool. Anyway, so once this run is over, we'll kind of call it a video. Again, be sure to go ahead and watch the last video I posted, the shard pull with the gem giveaway in there. And I also want to keep it, I've been teasing this a little bit. So sometime around the 18th, which is this Wednesday or Thursday, it might be Wednesday, Valarium's been super cool enough to have me and some other content creators that are taking part in a challenge. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of content on that daily, and I'm going to be streaming a lot on it as well. So I plan to do in the next couple of days a couple of test streams on Twitch. So I'm also going to put my Twitch is in the description below. Please come follow me on Twitch as well, so you know when I go live with that. There's going to be a lot of focus on this too. We're going to get a little promotion from Valarium, so I'm really looking forward to it and actually super excited about that. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. I will be back soon with another video. Cheers.